this, can't we?
Yeah.
Okay, he's recording.
Good morning. This is yours truly, James Cardoza, owner, operator, creator of Fit Patrick's, here with my friend, everybody's greatest, everybody's.
Uh,
No, it's okay. Everybody's favorite Englishman. We'll get it right next time.
hello,
Yeah.
James.
It's just recording, so no one's even listening. It's just something we can post. So I think YouTube can be a good one too.
I wasn't ready.
That's okay.
We were just practicing here.
Yeah. Because I don't even know. I still got to figure out how to do the computer stuff, and then I don't even know how long it will record for.
Yeah, don't press the wrong button. Send this.
Yeah, no worries.
We'll be ruined.
I think we should. I think we will towards like the last half an hour. Share it on Facebook, just so we can get our faces exposed. You know.
Yeah.
My
name is Tony, and I like to broadcast myself.
Yeah. Hey.
In many forms.
Everybody's doing it. And
I'm hoping to catch the imaginations and engage with others who can get on this vibe. And we can work collaboratively and change the world.
Well, you know, the best part is I'm curious who's going to love you. I think it's going to be Americans.
Yeah, let's start there, yeah.
I think I'm going to get a lot of love from, originally I was thinking Asian countries, but maybe England. Maybe your people will love me. They are your people, right?
Right, yeah. Because tell you what, you know, we watch Americana all the time. Any film we watch the odd British-made film, but you know, apart from that, it's America.
Yeah.
Everything.
It's like the opposite for us. So, well, I can't say us. Like, I don't speak for the 400 million Americans, even though it'd be a great idea if I did.
Yeah. Yes. Like a president.
But we love the English stuff.
You've got our attention. Whether it's California or New York, we don't separate. It's America.
Yeah.
You know, so don't worry about that. Yeah.
That's so funny. I'll tell you who I think my favorite people in the world are, though. The Australians.
Really?
I don't think I've ever met an Australian person who wasn't extremely polite and nice. I mean, I've only met about 5 of them, so I can't go off the whole nation.
Right, that's it. You've got that. Yeah.
The whole continent, right? Based off 5 people. They have been very pleasant, though.
Yeah.
They've been very pleasant.
Well, people are, as we look for what they are, we find what they are.
Yeah, we get a reflection of ourselves, right? So I like to be nice, so therefore the people that are nice gravitate towards me.
Yeah. So
and vice versa. I gravitate towards people that are nice.
That's it. I didn't get it before years ago when someone said, like, does God exist? And then someone said, well, if you believe he exists, then he does. And I thought, that's a cop-out. You can't just say that. But actually, yeah, they were right.
Because that's the only answer there is.
Will come out. So there is, if you believe it.
Well, there's so many things that you can't answer for real. Like I don't have no evidence, you know. I mean, the Bible, I read from the Bible, but never died yet.
Yeah, no, this is it.
I don't know what's going to happen.
But most accounts
you say we believe.
Most accounts of that, though, people have come back, have said, oh, it's very good. You know.
Yeah, how come no one ever talks about the bad place when they get the...
Yeah.
How come no one's ever honest? Man, when I died, it was bad. I'm definitely going to change.
Yeah.
I didn't like what I saw. You know what I mean? Like, there's got to be...
Yeah. No.
Unless the bad place isn't real. You know, there's a lot of stipulation on what is God's word and what is man's interpretation.
Yeah. But, you know, we've got actual experiences that tell us everything we need. and then therefore no one can take that away from you. So, you know,
What's your greatest what is the greatest thing on this planet that you see and you go, man, something special had to make that. Like me, it's the pyramids, you know.
I don't know if I got anything like that. So, I mean, I suppose so, the pyramids between, I don't know, Stonehenge, for instance.
Yeah,
I mean, those big, heavy, you know what I mean? And I think they had no lifting mechanical things to lift them. And it was well, how long ago was Stonehenge built? It was, you know, weeks and weeks ago. I mean, it was whenever that was, didn't have that. And so people say, oh, they had alien help. You know, so, yeah, maybe, you know. That's one. I think, well, how did they do that? Or who helped them? It's like, well, there's a question.
And how do we know so much about how they lived? You know, like if it was like 3,000 years ago or whatever the pyramids were, how do we know so much about how these people lived? You know, like how do we have such an exact documentation of what was going on that long ago? But I don't even know if the news from yesterday was correct. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, exactly. No.
How are they
They should have museums. In museums, if they had a bit more of how they did that and you know, who could have helped them, that'd be more interesting than walking around in those school groups, you know, and they show you a flint or something from an axe or something, you know, a little bit of metal from this was an axe, and you think, really, you know, this was a bone. It's like doesn't really get your imagination going.
Yeah, Hollywood does a good job.
Oh, yeah.
Hollywood makes the past come to life. But do we think? Yeah. I mean, is that real? I mean, we think anything that comes from Hollywood is real, but we've come to learn that Hollywood has an agenda, right? They're making money.
Yeah.
More money than
yeah. So yeah, America is everything to us in that sense. I mean, the telly that we watch and the film, not even the films, but series like Friends, Frasier, you know, Cheers, Dallas, absorbing that for decades and decades.
You liked Friends?
Yeah, I loved it. Yeah,
me too, man. That was one of my favorite shows. Kind of got sad when it got turned off.
Yeah, well, they keep repeating it. It's run over and over and over again. Okay, I've got a question.
Yeah.
So, out of the three women, who's your, you know, one that you'd say yes, please to?
My wife.
I
guess the female in the world that I've always had a crush on is Alicia Keys.
Okay, right. Yeah, but she wasn't in Friends.
Oh, my bad. We're talking about the three women from Friends.
Yeah, but I understand the Alicia Keys thing, though. Yes, absolutely.
Oh, I just liked. Oh, you know what? My favorite was actually Monica.
Amazing, yeah. My first one was Rachel, obviously, well, for many reasons. And then it occurred to me, hang about Monica, wow. And then Phoebe towards the end. It's like, oh yeah. But when it comes down to it, it's between Monica and Rachel, definitely. Now, out of the three men, boys, whatever, who would you like to be at three?
You know what's funny is because I think it has to do with the age that I was watching the show. But I was always a big fan of so here's the deal. Joey was the coolest, right?
Yeah.
Because he got all the girls. So it's like he's cool. But I actually like Chandler the best. So Chandler and Monica are my two favorite. And they got
get together. Because initially to me it was Chandler because, you know, all of his issues as well as his funniness, and you can see the defense mechanism he used.
Yeah.
And Joey was always good anyway, but my favourite, who I'd like to be, would be Ross.
Ross.
Brilliant. The way he dresses, the things he says, he's just brilliant. I love his character.
Well, he's a doctor too. Like he was like an archaeologist or something, so it's pretty smart. Like
paleontologist.
Yeah. I didn't pick up on a lot of the stuff because I was younger, but like I remember one episode that was really funny. It was one where Chandler and Ross were sharing because Ross had this thing with where he had told Rachel that he would like her to dress up like Princess Leia.
Oh yeah.
And then Chandler was telling him how sometimes when he was the woman, he starts thinking about his mom.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then, well, of course, they tell everybody. And then Joey's like, "Oh, don't let that bother. I always think about your mom."
When I'm
Right.
having sex.
Yeah, I think about your mom, not my own mom.
Yeah.
But
And then
Chandler,
Ross at the
Chandler
end.
had like a man dad or a mom dad though. He had like two
He
moms.
had a gay dad. Yeah. So yeah, that it really messed him up. So I could relate to that. Not that bit, but certainly. So yeah, it's interesting. It's definitely not what you think was a man program. It was like, but that just swept me along. And what was interesting, you saying about age, when they always said what age they was at, and even though it's shown in England like a few years later, when they was talking about being 26 and then being 27, I was 26 and then 27, so I kind of worked out quite nice there. So very important program to me, you know.
Yeah, I remember thinking because I must have been like, I was a teenager, so I remember thinking 30 was old.
Flipping it. Love to be 30.
Right, you're like 30. God, they're so old. They haven't figured out life yet.
No. So to us, you're one of them, you know.
Yeah.
So you also look 12 years old.
I love it.
That going for you, right? So, and I love that picture on your Facebook page of you in uniform, and
Yeah.
you're just strong, you know. I didn't mean war as in not.
Yeah.
You're very like, you know, don't mess with this. It's like,
Yeah.
you know. So that's good. That's good.
Another show is Seinfeld.
Right. I never watched. Don't even like the title. Sounds ridiculous.
It was just a guy.
It's like,
Well, you know what's interesting is these writers, man. I mean, these are guys that are they're creating reality, really. You know, like that's what we should be doing. That's what I was gonna say. Is what we should be doing. We should be writing down everything that we want every day.
yeah. Yeah.
Journaling. I mean, it doesn't take long, right? We know what you want.
I hate journaling. It's shit. I like to journal. Facebook Live, that's my journal.
Yeah, I think that's probably why we should do it. I think the things you hate are the things that you should be doing.
Yeah, that's it.
Usually we like the easy way out, you know. Usually it's like
exactly. Same with food. The food that is what we should have in. The fear that we cave, the fear to go into has got our treasures. So that's a. But then you learn to love that eventually. You just got to go over that wall. There's this little wall we go over. And it's like, wow, looks so different.
Yeah. I keep wanting to go vegetarian.
What, sorry?
I keep wanting to go vegetarian.
But
like I don't like being held accountable. So I don't really know if it's important that I actually say, hey, I'm a vegetarian and now I can never eat meat again. Or if I just go about it like, okay, I'm going to go about eating more fruits and vegetables. Like instead of worrying about what I'm not going to do, just focus on the things that I want to do.
Exactly. I was a non-meat eater for 10 months.
How'd you like it?
It was easy. It was so easy because there was a Linda McCartney. She was married to Paul McCartney. She had a whole vegetation range, and it's delicious. So it was really easy. But then I broke. And then done it. But you know,
what was your first meal back when you broke it? What would you break it with?
Something disgusting. It was we have a thing called pie and mash over here.
Oh.
Pie, and it's the most cheap, dirty fucking thing you can eat. You know.
Yeah.
It's lower than a burger, and that's my first thing. Now there's a Friends reference here. Phoebe is a vegetarian, but got pregnant. That were a half brother's baby actually.
Yeah.
And, she said the baby is craving meat, and so Joey said that to balance it out, I won't eat meat during your pregnancy, so that'll balance it all out. So she could eat meat for the baby.
Yeah.
And that was good of him. He's a lovely way with him. But what was I going to say? I can't remember what I was going to say. Did I going to say something then? Oh shit! I hate it when that happens.
Well, like I feel like if I was going to not have meat for 10 months, and then for whatever reason I decided I'm going to have some meat, I would want to have something very fancy.
Right, you just reminded me now. See, well, I thought of it already. I thought I'd give you a compliment. He said, because he started eating little bits of like salami, sort of sausage meat. And he said, Phoebe says, if you're going to do something wrong, do it right.
Yeah.
So instead of having meat and this cheap sausage meat, have a steak. And he says like, if I'm going out with someone, I really like them, but I want to cheat on them, I'll do it with someone really hot. So yeah. So what was my point there? Yeah, if
you're gonna break the rules right.
Do it right. Yeah.
Like if you're gonna steal something, like say you're gonna rob a bank for $5,000, and the penalty is still the same as if you rob it for 5,000. If you rob it for 5 million, you might as well go for 5 million.
Far better than that's right. Yeah. Actually, on that, it wasn't a compliment, but when I should turn up late every time I used to turn up late for work, they say, Tony, when you turn up late, you don't mess about, do you? I mean, you know, it was like really late, you know, frequently.
You have a trouble. Okay, that's interesting. Did you work far from home?
20 minutes, door to door. I run my life late. I was late for everything, so I run my life that way because of bing, 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 bing.
Yeah.
So
that's a common thing, though. I find a lot of people are like, being in the military, you kind of get on the behavior of not being late.
Yeah.
But then I read something. Why I lie? Then I heard something, and it was that people that are late live longer.
Right.
So they don't have stress. People that have to be on time are stressing out about having to be on time.
There's a way around that. I think you can be relaxed about being on time. It comes natural, I think.
If you prepare plenty of time in advance, it's like my grandpa. I remember he used to have to drive quite a bit to work, and he would leave at like 4 a.m. Well, he'd have to start work till 7 or something like that.
Right.
So he would just get there super early. Never late. But then again, he's like spending most of his time at work because he leaves early.
I was born 10 days late. You know.
When's your birthday?
10th of March.
March 10th?
Yeah. When's yours?
October 7th. So you're a Pisces.
That's right. Wow. You're Capricorn?
Libra.
Well, I have no idea.
I only know a few signs because of people I know.
Right. October 7th. Okay. That's 2 days before John Lennon's birthday.
Really?
Yeah.
He was English, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I think I've heard of him.
Yeah. You may have, yeah.
But you know what? What's funny is I like his songs, but I hear he had like a lot of communist manifestos and stuff.
Yeah. I think the FBI was onto him when he like New York because of that. They kept following him.
I never understand why people that are so rich are trying to act like they're communists.
I know. Yeah, it's a poor man's politics.
It really is. Yeah, I think they just try to use it to manipulate people to follow them.
Yeah.
I'm just like you, you know.
Yeah.
But rich.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
We're the same. Exactly. I'm just really, really rich.
Yeah, a big difference there. Yeah.
Oh man. I know.
So,
what's that?
We've got to be careful what we say. We're recording stuff and sending it out.
Yeah, I know, huh? But it's funny because like I only watch one person's podcast or YouTube channel anymore. because all the other ones are so not entertaining.
Yeah.
I used to watch some workout ones, and I know a lot of people in the fitness world watch workout YouTubes, but they're not entertaining, right?
No.
I watched Joe Rogan. He's entertaining.
Mm.
But if you ask his average fan why they watch him, and they'll all say like the same things.
Right.
But he's got 100 million followers or something crazy.
That's a number.
That's pretty big, right?
Yeah.
100 million people.
We can do that.
Heck, I would say to all my fans, can I get $1?
Yeah. That's not going to break anyone's bank. $1 from each of them.
Yeah, $1. It would be easy, right? If they really are your fans.
Yeah. We'll stick that in.
But I think people are getting tired of people asking for the money, though.
Mm.
Do you guys have Girl Scouts in England?
Yeah.
And their cookies?
Yeah, we don't get them like selling them though at Christmas or anything like that.
We have them sell at a certain time of year. They call it Girl Scout season.
Oh, right.
I always find, I mean, I've met employees of Girl Scouts, right? And I could be completely wrong here, but I'm like, they don't pay these little girls to sell the cookies.
No.
Is there some kind of labor impingement or something on that?
Yeah. Yeah. Do they give them incentives to do it though?
I think they win like a bicycle. I don't know. I don't know. But they're selling billions of dollars worth of cookies.
Yeah. Well, again, that was on Friends when it did that thing. The little girl, she broke her leg because.
Oh, they started selling it for her?
Yeah, when all the colleges, the dorms at night, you know, we got the munches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had a funny thing about that in California about these. I'm not sure if it's real or not. It's so hard to tell it's real, but it was funny. And these Girl Scouts were going to the dispensaries where they sell marijuana. And they were standing outside, right, selling cookies. Because who's more likely to want cookies than a guy who's stoned?
Right.
Particularly because they're like $5 a box now.
And it also helps if you've got like a girl who's too, you know, old enough not to wear a Girl Scout uniform, but does. So in her 20s, and she's like, that helps to sell us cookies too.
Oh, the 20. Yeah. Like, why is she still a Girl Scout, right? She's 21.
Yeah.
You know what gets me all the time is when I walk out and I see a little girl and she looks sad, and you look up at her mom, and she looks like a horrible mom.
Yeah.
And you're like, I'm gonna buy cookies just to make this girl's day, because man, I wouldn't trade life with her for the world. Because sometimes moms are mean, so I'm like, my buddy kid, I'm sorry, you got to have her as a mom.
Yeah.
You feel bad for them is what you do. It's like when I buy Girl Scout cookies, because I feel bad for them. Like they're standing out here selling cookies. You're like 10. Why are you selling shit?
No.
I'll tell you who has it rough, though, is the Boy Scouts. What are they selling? Usually when I see them selling something, it's like a coupon book.
Right.
Like, one, you're a boy, so no one cares if you're suffering.
Nah.
2, you're not even selling food.
So beer.
Actually, that might be a good thing, right, for Boy Scouts. Sell beer products.
I've got to shut the window. I've got noisy neighbours.
Hey, you know what I think is really cool? You ever seen those guys when they're talking and they have these big microphones?
Yeah. They sound the same. Don't sound really good though. I do like the ones that sound really good, like in the studio. That's what I want.
Well, I think it comes down to the editing. Like that's the real magic.
Yeah, I got a lamp.
Yeah, if you just slightly put it in the video like that,
Yeah,
people
just
think
like
it's a microphone.
Yeah. That's an excellent lamp.
How's the painting coming along?
We're doing another coat today. Hopefully, but after that, that's done after this weekend, maybe next weekend. But yeah, it's coming on. Yeah.
What color?
This is a room outside in the garden, and it's kind of like a blue colour.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's for a snooker table to go inside.
You know, that red that you painted the room, if you ever want to paint over it.
I know. I'm not going to. I'm never going to do it ever again. Yeah. This is all temporary. Me being here is temporary anyway. This is just nah.
I just when I get a house one day, I like the idea of keeping the walls some kind of white.
Yeah.
Like I remember those kids that were gothic, you know, they'd paint everything black.
Yeah. You paint everything white. All right. Yeah.
Well, because it's just so much easier to it matches everything, you know? Yeah, I don't know. I don't too much color is like well, plus I'm thinking about having to repaint it already. Like, oh God. Maybe hell painting over this.
Yeah.
I'm not a very good I'm not a very good painter.
I'm not patient with any of it. Just I hate it. Never again. So the vault. We've got to get on
Yeah,
that.
we gotta get this into the vault.
We got to get past something else first, though.
Yeah, well, I know what my problem is. I lack structure, so I need to start holding myself accountable with by writing it down. Like I need to have a calendar. I should be writing in it. You know, like today is Monday. I wake up at 5 a.m. I do this. Like I think the most important part of our day is the very first 2 hours. It sets up the whole day, you know. But I just don't like the idea of waking up at 4 a.m.
No. But that's too early.
It feels way too early, right?
Yeah, the thing is with me on that is I'd like to start a day. I mean, actually start the work day. Say if it's 7 o'clock, but I like to not just, I don't want to get out of bed and just start things. I want to get showered, and the shower is important for, not just the obvious reason, but the way it makes you feel, the way the mind opens up.
Yeah. That's why I run late. That's why I run late sometimes on Saturday just to talk to you because I take a shower first. Yeah,
that's a good thing to do because that it opens up so many things. It's not just about getting clean. It's a lot more going on, and I'm doing.
It wakes you up, feels good.
Yeah, I'm doing that thing with what I have a shower. It's warm water to get bits done, all the essential bits. But then I'll turn it cold. I like to finish the shower off with cold water. Not completely cold because I'm not brave enough for that yet, but it does get cold. And I tell you what, it feels right. Yeah, gets your energy going, and I'm loving it at moments. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, there's something to that. I think there's actually some truth to that.
Yeah, I mean, it's better for your skin as well.
Well, I think it has something to do with a cellular level. Like I hear, like Tony Robbins does that stuff.
Right.
I think it has something to do with your cells in your body and how they respond to cold.
Yeah. The thing is, when you hear about these things these people are doing, I imagine that they're liars, that they're actually there going, oh, soapy water, and they're just making that, and we're all going, oh, shit, freezing. Oh, it's what gets it, and they're all grouped together laughing at us, going, oh, these idiots. They believe it.
Well, that's how I feel about the person that says they wake up at 4 a.m. and does yoga, or not does yoga, but does like meditation. Are they really waking up at 4 o'clock every day?
They're on cocaine.
That would definitely make it easier, right? If you did cocaine every day at 4 a.m. and you were an addict, you'd probably wake up at 4 a.m. every day very easily.
Yeah.
I know, it's so funny because I'm like trying to figure out a way to be healthier,
Yeah. That's another thing about our what I've just said then. What I've just said then was probably libelous or something like that. Because we mentioned Tony Robbins and cocaine in the same sort of area, right? And
yeah, that's right, huh? Well, I mean, they don't really care until you're somebody.
Right. Okay.
I mean, we're human beings, but we're not really anybody.
For yourself.
I mean, how many followers do you need to have before they even consider you as somebody, right?
Yeah. A threat.
I mean, you're not really a threat if you're just one person. You're just a crazy guy. I mean, I go to Venice Beach and I see crazy people running up and down the street all day.
Yeah. Yeah.
No one's bothered by them. They're just kind of like, oh, there goes Tom again, naked, you know, taking a shit on the street or something.
Yeah. Oh, right. I just wonder.
Like, is there ever like a person, like, let's say this way, like, instead of us thinking, is it possible for us to be so pro whatever that the authority that is like, we love these guys. Like, what do you got to do to be that person? Like the government to go, we love their show. We want everybody to watch it. You know, I feel like it'd be a good, I mean, I feel like the government would be a good fan to have, you know?
Oh, for that, I think we need to be terrible people. I think I don't know.
That's kind of the problem. Yeah, no one trusts the government, right? So I think anything that, anybody that yeah. But there's got to be something that is like productive towards humanity.
Yeah, well, I think that's us. We have that already. There's no outside source or force that will give us that. We are it. We've got to draw that out rather than bringing it in. We've got to draw that out.
Yeah. Well, this is an interesting scenario. We went from writing books to making money.
I get what you mean, though. I understand what you mean. Yeah, we've got to connect with something. This is us. We've got to connect to something that makes it go, wow.
Well, at the end of the day, we're still just on a giant rock floating around in space.
Yeah.
Very, very fast.
Yeah. I'll get me head around that.
I think people take that for granted sometimes.
Yeah. Well, we look at it and it doesn't look that special. You know, everything looks still and ordinary. You know, just. But from the big picture. Yeah. We're tiny. But within that tininess, very powerful. This Earth thing. It's a wonderful thing. I wonder how many other planets have life on them. If we're here, then there must be other. There has to be. Like, what makes people think that they're? Well, you know, yeah, people think they're the center of the universe all the time. You know. And why is particularly the American government want to hush all this stuff? You know? Yeah. Area 51. Yeah, and I think it's because they'd say, right, well, why are you paying for electricity? You don't need to pay for electricity. We know that anyway. Well, why you got these diseases still? Is a cure for that. But here's a question: have you ever? I always ask myself: have I ever actually heard anybody of any credibility talk about aliens? You know, why is it always the crazy guy talking about aliens? Like, like I'm no from his basement, aluminum foil hat. Like, yeah. You know, but then again, listening to the man in the suit, we've all seen Beyond the Lectern. Oh, we promise. Well, the thing about the man in the suit is everything they do is rehearsed and edited. At least the guy with the aluminum foil hat is just being real. Foil hat. Who's he lying to, right? Like, I got aluminum foil hat on. I just ate a whole bag of shrooms. Let's go. Okay. Like, who's he trying to fool? You know what I mean? Like, he already knows he's crazy. He even knows he's crazy. But in his mind, it's like crazy's good because I don't want to be the guy in the suit reading from a teleprompter. Yeah. I would like to know some answers though. Like, if that would be a really cool answer to know. But what happens if they tell you, we're going to tell you the truth, but you can't tell nobody? It would just burst out of you. You couldn't hold that in, could you? Just
Yeah, well, I've seen a lot of movies where they talk about ways they can shut people up. You know, like all these movies, they put like chips in you, and as soon as they feel that you're doing something wrong, they just blow the chip up.
Yeah. Well, that's what people say about the vaccine. They say, it's there to put a little chip inside you, control you.
Man, I know. I've had a lot of issues with the vaccine because the people I get my information from aren't reliable sources.
I know.
Right? So I've been like all these anti-vaccine people, but they're not exactly doctors.
No.
You know,
No.
I don't know any scientists.
No.
But why
Yeah.
do we have so much distrust for the government? History?
Mm, yeah. Yeah. They lie. I mean, weapons of mass destruction.
Yeah, yeah.
Oops.
We know they lie because it's even like the thing. Politics
Oil.
lie.
Yeah. Bigger the lie, the more people believe it.
Man, so we need to start lying to people and tell them this is the greatest show ever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Every Saturday morning with everybody's favorite Englishman and the guy who loves you.
That is a great.
It just feels like
I
too
love
long
that.
of a name though. The name just seems too long.
Yeah. Mm. Well, they can be subheadings or sub whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
You don't speak it, but it gets written. We'll get there. We've got to work on it though. And
I know. I gotta do work today too. I gotta make some emails today.
hmm,
So I've been doing my emails where I send so basically the email thing is for $10 a month, people get one email a day with an exercise. It's
right,
a description of the exercise and a video of me doing it,
right.
which is the hardest part, getting the videos. But yeah, so I got to work on that.
That sounds good.
Well, that's really the key, you know, is you got to just try something.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah.
Well, you're English, so you speak perfect English.
um,
Well, you know, it's maybe I don't know. I still think it's a good idea to pick up some friends that would like to learn English and just
yeah.
talk to them on Zoom calls.
We need to get on a high level, James. We really do.
I need to start associating with some Saudi Arabian princes.
Mm,
Man,
yeah.
those guys have the life.
Yeah. I know.
I mean,
I know.
I don't know everything about it, but every time I see some kind of Instagram video, they're always doing something very expensive.
I like that. I'll be good at that.
I like
Yeah.
spending money.
All those women.
Yeah, yeah. At what point does everything get old, though? You know,
Mm,
it's like I remember when I wasn't, you know, I didn't have access to the nicest food. I kind of just ate, you know, to live. But then I
mm,
started, it's like kind of saying, once you have filet mignon, you don't want to go back to ground beef.
no. No.
But even filet mignon gets old after a while because then it's like, well, this isn't the best filet mignon.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. That's it. And then that's it. That's like a stepping stone drug. You start with the weed and then you go on to the powder. It's like,
Yeah, yeah. And the end is usually never that good, huh?
no. But some things are the best, and they're the things we're ignoring. You know, we, we
Well,
can't ignore.
that was the thing about alcohol for me. I remember when I was my early 20s, I remember thinking spending $30 on a bottle of booze was expensive, you know?
Yeah, yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
$30. Whoa. You know, I spend $10, $15. Even Jack Daniels is only about $15.
We had that with cheap bottles of cider, and it weren't like a nice side. It was like gut rot stuff, but you know, it was only
To the job.
80. Yeah, it got you there. You know.
Well, now it's like if you want to drink something, you drink some scotch. You know, that's kind of the thing about drinking scotch is expensive.
Single
I don't
malt.
know.
Yeah.
I don't know. You get to a point where it's like, yeah, it is what it is.
I want to be famous. I want to be rich and famous. And so I'm just looking at all the things I can do, we can do, you know, to say broadcast ourselves. And I think the podcast is one step.
It was something. It's something because we're already doing something. We're just not slapping a label on it.
Yeah. I want it polished a little bit, but not too much.
Yeah, like a polished turd.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's polish our turds, man.
Oh, all right. Let me go ahead and try to do this.
You're not sending this out, are you?
Well, I'm going to start now with Facebook, just so I can put it on my Mastermind Fitness. But we'll see how this works. Plus, we got to learn something. We got to learn, you know.
Right.
Well, we don't have to learn, but I think we both want to learn because we want to get closer to what we want.
But you're not sending this out to the world, are you?
Oh, well, we've been recording, so we'll figure out that later. But now I'm just going to go Facebook Live.
Okay.
And we just won't talk about anything. Oh, you can be live on YouTube. Huh.
Yeah, we're careful.
Yeah.
'Cause
Let's see. Takes a second. Sorry, Tony.
That's all right.
Hopefully, I've got a good connection.
We are streaming live.
Not quite yet.
Live on Facebook.
Huh. Oh, it says it on there, huh? So we'll see. We'll see if I can't. So luckily I have my phone on the side. James Cardoza. Oh, we're streaming live.
Oh, yeah. About 5 minutes now.
Oh. Hey, we got 2 watchers. I'm not sure if that's you and me or who it is, but I'm going to share to my Mastermind Fitness.
Probably you and me. But anyone out there, hello.
Yes, this is yours truly, James Cardoza, owner, operator, creator of Fit Patrick's, here live with everybody's favorite Englishman, Tony Higgs.
Hello.
I know it's funny because there's a delay. So when I look from my computer screen to my phone, what I'm seeing on my phone, I saw like 2 minutes ago on the computer screen.
Ah, right, yeah. Just like life.
Well, it's funny because I see a lot of guys doing this. I see guys doing their podcasts and stuff, and they're not rocket scientists, you know. And I'm pretty sure to be a rocket scientist, you got to be smart. I hope so.
Complicated. Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I could figure it out. I'm pretty sure I could figure it out over a weekend.
No, but you will figure it out if you want to. Keep on.
Well,
you become a rocket scientist. There's no difference between us and them. It's just that.
No intention, but I'm pretty sure I can get advice about rocket science from the same people I get advice from the COVID, right? not way one or the other, but everybody who it's like the people who know the least have the most to say.
Mm. Well, dead air is a crime, so we must not have too many pauses here, folks. If anyone's out there, we're raw. We're coming to you raw, and if there's
I
any,
like. Who would you like to meet? Like, if we could have a guest, who would you like? Who would your first? Like, if we could have any guests, who would you want the first guest to be?
I'd suppose anyone that would have some advice.
Or who would you like to have? I'd like Elon Musk.
Yeah, but he's busy. I'd like to have John Kennedy.
Who's that?
John Kennedy.
The comedian?
John Kennedy.
JF, oh, you're talking about the past, the guy that, oh, I'm talking about real people, not people that passed away.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, we'll wait for Elon Musk to turn up.
You know what? You never know, man. You never know. For all I know, he's out there searching Facebook world, just looking for his next best friend, He's probably a lonely, what? If I was Elon Musk and I was doing what he does, I'd be thinking, I'm from South Africa. You know what I'm missing in my life? A really, really awesome Englishman.
Ah, I know one.
And now he knows you because he knows you.
Yeah.
That he's looking for a really cool guy from California with a sweet hat on.
Yeah. They will find us, James. Don't worry.
It was just him until he was somebody, right?
Yeah. We don't need it. We don't need to do that. We're here for them.
Yeah.
It's going to be a joining. It's going to be a joining. There's human beings. There's other human beings, and what one can do, another one can do. So let's do it.
Hey, it's one thing I was thinking about. I was talking with somebody yesterday, and it was about movies. I used to be a huge movie buff, man. I used to be able to quote movies. I used to watch movies all the time. Now I couldn't even tell you what movies are getting made. I don't. The Oscars are getting played this weekend, this Sunday. Yeah. I have no idea what any of the movies are.
Yeah, I don't like things becoming too popular in the sense that it kind of removes it, because this is more to do with series, but things get taken away from you when they become too big because it belonged to you at that time. And that's the trouble I have with these things. And then I'll be too populous on it, and things are too popular, because then that's that whole crowd going that way. You want to go the opposite way. But you don't want to miss out on fun, though. So it's a thin line between joining in and just being part of a sheep that follow.
Well, yeah, I guess when you're younger, you're a lot more easily influenced, right? Because when I was a kid, I remember when I was a kid, Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt were like the best. And then I also like Mel Gibson a lot too, because of Lethal Weapons,
Oh, the Lethal Weapons are magical to me. I mean, I entered that level weapon, Lethal Weapon 2, and that was magic. That was for me coming, and I thought, wow, level 1. Stop talking about your levels. Your lethals, Lethal Weapon 1. It's like disappeared. I didn't even know it existed. So it's great to see number 1 and see how the difference are. Then 3, and then 4. There's 4 of them, isn't it? Lethal.
There is 4. What's funny is they kind of ruined Rocky they kind of ruined the movie's Rocky by making 2 of them. Yeah. So while I would like them to make a Lethal Weapon, I'm glad they don't, because I feel like it would kind of ruin it for me.
Yeah, and
I don't usually like sequels.
No, they're never the same, are they? They're not meant to be the same, but they're meant to flow a little bit from that first one. But they rely on the magic of the first one, don't they? They rely on that too much.
Well, it's like the first Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
It was amazing, because it was like a shock. Like, wow, look how good they did with these dinosaurs. And now the new Jurassic Parks are kind of like.
Yeah. I suppose Jaws is the same. I think Jaws done that.
Well, how about King Kong versus Godzilla? How many of those they got to make?
Yeah, I know.
Are
Yeah,
they even trying anymore, or are they just using like characters?
yeah. We need we need something new. Um,
Well, apparently, well, so what's been big? We got Marvel movies, hero movies. We got
yeah,
sequels.
these are things that cartoon comics used to read these things, and now everyone's making films out of them. What a great idea that I never thought of. You know, or
Yeah.
to finish that. You know.
Well, I think we just didn't have the resources. We weren't around people who were thinking about it.
No, yeah, this is it. We need to move into an area where we can just do these things. I just want something new for someone that's not just going to be a film. You know, we want. I just want something that would be such a relief for people to see as a film, as anything. You know, and just be that game changer.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, you know who was good at
it's
that
too
was
much.
Robin Williams.
Yeah.
Like he made
Mm.
that Mrs. Doubtfire, which was funny, but it was just kind of like it really had no storyline. Just a guy who wanted to see his kids, so he dressed up like an old lady.
Yeah, amazing. Very good. Yeah, it's something we can all be on. It's just such a shame as we're drifting, and I just wished I could release everyone, but I got to release myself first. So, I'm no good to anyone until I do that. And it takes a combination of all these films, all that stuff in our head to get it out there.
I think the first thing we could do is start questioning our own reality, but taking it day by day, right? Just
Yeah,
set tasks every day. I'm gonna win. I'm gonna do
yeah,
something very productive today. I'm gonna create something today. I'm gonna help somebody today.
yeah. We must examine our own attitude.
Yeah. Well, then, because it's always like I always tell people, who are you associating with? Who are you associating with? Like, okay, for example, I'm not a millionaire, so
Yes.
why would other millionaires want to associate with me, right?
No.
The first thing you can do is change who you are, right? Change your perspective on reality, change your how you treat people, change how you act, and then
Mm,
different people will start coming into your life because they'll want to be
mm,
around you. So be the person
mm.
you want to be around.
Yeah,
That's
but
kind of like
then
a daily thing.
you've got to do it for the reasons, the good reasons, and rather than thinking I'm doing it because this way I can attract the millionaires. It's a case of
Oh yeah, that
being
was just an example. Like there's plenty of
yeah,
people who are millionaires who are really awesome. It's
yeah.
just when you're hanging around millionaires, you hope they own a yacht or something. Cause that'd be cool.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind spending the weekend on a yacht. Well, at least I don't think I would. I never
Mm.
have. It could be kind of
I
scary.
I used to be so naturally generous and decent, and then troubles come along, and it changes us. Only if we let it, though. But it's got
Yeah, yeah.
good to go back to how you were and think about it and saying, what's made the difference? Well, troubles come along. Well, let's get back to being childlike. You know,
Yeah, yeah, because kids are so innocent, right? So never let the kid inside of you die.
no, he's there. He's in that. They're holding their hands out, waiting for us. So that's why I say it's a combination of you don't go back and tell your younger self something. You do a little bit, but you also listen to what that child will tell
Oh
you.
yeah,
So two of them coming together. There's two minds coming together then, and
yeah.
there's your mastermind.
That's good advice. That's good advice.
Yeah,
Because the kid version of you is a lot less stressed, right?
yeah, exactly. So do some listening and some talking.
Huh.
Guiding other.
That's good advice.
Yeah.
So I guess we can make today's YouTube episode. What will we call our YouTube channel? Because I'll probably create a YouTube channel today. Give me something to do this afternoon, and this will be our first video.
Hmm.
And we'll call it. What do we name our channel?
Yeah, we need the help of our 10,000 viewers that are on now. We need them to give us, advice on that, please. What do you think?
How long do you think it takes to get followers on YouTube?
It's probably, there's no time stamp on it, I
It
think.
depends on what you're doing, right? Like, what are people
Yeah,
searching for?
yeah. Yeah.
First time I heard about YouTube, there was people talking about this one guy. I can't remember his name now. It was so ridiculous. But he's making like 20 million bucks a year doing YouTube.
That's nice.
Well, he does like games. He shows people, like he'll go to a real famous game, like let's say like Call of Duty, I think is a popular game. And he shows you the tricks. He teaches you how to like, oh, it's okay when you're on this level and you're doing this part.
I think I've seen it.
People follow him along, like people watch other people play video games on YouTube.
See, I'm looking at that thinking, oh, that's insane. But that's brilliant.
It is brilliant. I mean, if we want people to watch us, we got to realize that people are already watching crazy things out there, right? They might as well watch two guys talk.
Yeah. I just hope that we can assist someone. Wouldn't it be great to have someone go, didn't think of that, and then go and do something with it?
Yeah, well, you know what? That's probably the answer. Like, who are you helping, right? Like who's going to benefit from this video?
Yeah. Well, thinking we got to think on that then.
Maybe someone traveling in the airport.
Yeah. Perhaps someone waiting for this to get really good.
Or people we love already, right? Like friends and family are probably going to support us because
sympathy.
Well,
there's some words I can't say properly.
Well, that's the best part. You're British, so however you say it, that is the proper way of saying it. You should own that. If I say it this way, then that's the right way. If you're saying it different, you're saying it wrong.
No, there's some words I can't say in any language. It just
yeah, like a lisp or something.
Yeah.
I got a cousin who's a rapper.
Okay.
Now, he doesn't have a lot of followers, and when I first heard about it, I thought it was kind of funny, but he's actually not that bad. And the thing is, I think it has to do with technology nowadays. Do you remember there was those two, I think they were Jamaican, two black guys, they were singers, and they were lip syncing. Their whole career was lip syncing, right?
Are they German?
Were they German?
Yeah, from German. Yeah, I think they're German. Willy.
Yeah. You're getting closer, man. But they were popular.
I remember that.
While looking back, I'm like, why did people get so mad? They were lip syncing. Who cares? I'm pretty sure most concerts are lip syncing anyway.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
How good could Rod Stewart still sound?
Yeah. But the tragedy of the lip syncing is there's a real singer behind that.
I mean, I love Rod Stewart, but
pretty enough to be seen on the screen singing.
I don't think it's that. I think it's that the artist is recording it, right? And then they're editing it and they're making it they're taking away all the raspiness and they're filtering it. And they put their own voice. It's just been, edited. It's kind of like unfortunately for people, when they see somebody on YouTube or Instagram and they're really pretty and their skin's really nice and they're perfect bodies. Well, it's a lot of times it's fake, Yeah,
that's the trouble with some magazines was airbrushing the models, so they looked really thin, and then girls would say, "Oh, that's what
it's normal." Yeah, that's the
stance. Yeah, it's very dangerous. Probably wasn't the intention, but the damaging thing is done that way.
There was a couple of bodybuilders that got busted doing that with their social media. They were editing it or whatever you call it, filtering it or making themselves look bigger in certain areas and smaller in certain areas. Like their arms would look bigger and their stomach would look smaller.
Yeah. Fakery.
So let's just this way. We're going to do a YouTube channel, right? I know Joe Rogan, he does his for like 2 hours. So his episodes are like 2 hours.
Yeah.
But we already talk for like 2 hours every Saturday anyway. I mean, we come on at 6 and we finish at 8.
Right.
I ain't gonna lie, I was thinking about this all week, even in Vegas, and I was like, man, what are we gonna do to be entertaining? But at the end of the day, we were already entertaining each other.
Yeah. So it's just carrying on doing your thing.
And if people like it, they like it, right?
Yeah. There's going to be people that can't wait to abuse this and have a go and say, "Ugh."
Well, those are our favorite people, though, honestly. The people that,
Yeah.
I guess they call them trolls because they give you the most attention.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah. We can help you out. If you want to hate someone, you can hate us if you want. That's fine.
it gives us more attention. Yeah. It's like Yelp, like whenever someone goes on Yelp, how often is it to actually give a good review? No, they're always complaining.
Yeah.
People don't like, I try to give good reviews because I think to myself, man, this was a really good burger or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, if you want to promote something, is that someone will tell 2 people it's really good, and like 9 people they'll tell they got a bad experience, and that's a shame reflection on society. That let's spread the bad more than the good. So let's turn that around. Then let's tell more people good things and less people bad things.
Yeah, let's spread the good word, right?
Yeah. I mean,
Well, what's funny is that I'm a foodie. I love to eat.
I'd love to eat, anything.
So I love checking out small little places like mom and pop places.
Mm.
You
Yeah.
never know, man. You never know because it's not that they're culinary experts, but if someone's been making the same pancakes for 20 years, I'm gonna imagine they're probably pretty good pancakes.
Well, it's like an episode of Frasier where Frasier, do you're familiar with it?
Yeah.
And they like the peasant food of other countries, but when it comes to their own sort of common man food, like burgers, they would go, "Oh no, we want the finest." But they like the peasant food abroad because it has that label of sophistication to it.
Huh, yeah.
He says,
Well, they say when you travel abroad that you want to eat where the locals eat
yeah,
because they know the good spots.
yeah, this is it.
But I always think about what you told me that one day. Just because you throw chicken in the oven doesn't make you a chef.
Exactly. No, exactly. But if you do it every day, you'll get better at it. You will become that chef. So get your chickens in.
Yeah. Huh. That's pretty cool. Yeah, there's these 2 guys I follow. And they're over, I don't know where they're at, somewhere in the South. But they're like us, 2 guys, and it's called Hemp and Hops. So one guy promotes cannabis, the other guy promotes alcohol. And I'm not saying that's what we're going to do, but the idea is you can literally have a YouTube video about anything.
Yeah.
YouTube channel.
Yeah. We can talk about anything. We can make it interesting.
Well, I'm already pretty interested in talking to you, brother.
Yeah. Right back at you. We can talk about trash cans if you want.
Yeah, anything, right?
Yeah.
Huh.
Make it.
Well, here's the thing, too. It's like, what really gets popular is controversial topics. But at the same time, I don't know enough about any one particular controversial topic.
Me neither.
I would just be talking out my, what? I don't even keep up on politics.
I don't even know what politics is really. Power.
Yeah, but I don't keep up on it. Like, I don't follow it. And I probably should at some level at least understand what's going on with my government because they're doing things that affect my life. But I just don't, I'm kind of lazy when it comes to that stuff.
Yeah. But to make change, you make change then. I want to talk about trash cans.
What about sports? Like, what do you think about sports? Like, I don't watch so much.
No, I don't. Playing's great. I can play any sport. It's great, but watching it
boring.
Yeah, apart from certain things. Get caught up in certain sports though. So where it gets near the final of any sport, it kind of gets exciting.
Well, what's funny is that growing up, my dad's a huge sports fan. So he talks about all the different sports. We used to watch crazy sports like, well, I thought it was crazy, but it's not that crazy. NASCAR and motorcycle racing. He would even watch beach volleyball.
uh,
Well, yeah, for the girls, right? But he just liked watching competition. The only thing he would never watch though is soccer.
Well, oh dear. Yeah, that's something again I'm not into myself, but I have done. I've gone to live games, and when you're in that atmosphere, you get caught up in it and love it.
Yeah, I bet. Well, it's like
And
the
that's the
most
same with
popular
anything.
sport. I think soccer is number one sport in the world.
Most countries are playing it, yeah. Okay, tell me why you had the World Series, but it's only American
teams.
What's the deal with that title? What's going on there, James?
I think it's a perfect example that titles are important.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
People love titles, right? Like, why do people call themselves doctors? Because of the perception people get. We've been trained to believe things, you know? So the world is bigger than the country. So if it's the World Series, then it must be really big.
They do that, doctors. If you say, hello, Mr. or Mrs. Smith,
No,
they go,
I'm a doctor.
Doctor, yeah. You can be a tree surgeon, you know?
Yeah, I know. That's sometimes a conflict, right? Not everybody's a doctor, but they got a PhD.
All right. Yeah. And someone in a white coat, and you'll take it.
Yeah. If they got a white coat on and give you That is a good question. Well, why are we so caught up on titles, you know? I mean, how did that come about? You know, it's like and it's not even just titles. It's because once you have that title, now your friends and family will now base their value on your title.
Yeah.
Example, do you know my cousin's a doctor? Well, do you know my cousin is a CEO? A CEO? A CEO. Is that pretty important? It's the most important, you know?
Yeah. But
whatever. That's what people do.
Titles quite, you know, they go around and quite a lot. Anyone can call him a CEO or director of something, you know, and it's important enough. I think if you think in that terms, it comes about gradually. So I think that's
Well, unfortunately, sometimes titles become saturated.
Yeah.
Like coach.
Yeah.
How many coaches are there in the world, you know?
Yeah. No. So yeah.
I feel like something has lost its value the first moment somebody starts coaching people how to be better coaches.
It's like they exist. They're out there, aren't they?
They are. There's coaches for coaches. It's kind of like the first time I saw how to be successful real estate agent. It's a book, you know. Well, they're not selling houses; they're just selling the book. That's how they're making their money. They're making their money because there's so many real estate agents out there who want to learn how to be better that you just help them be better, as opposed to actually selling the houses yourself.
Oh, so when does this honesty become bad? Because by that token, it's like, well, it's okay. But then when's it bad? When people would be punished for the dishonesty of selling an idea?
Never.
Contents. I don't like that.
Never.
I don't like that. I want it to be, you know.
Never gonna happen.
Oh.
Because everybody's doing it, right? Everybody does it from, even when they have these dating sites, no one shows their real picture. They show their, you know what I mean?
I do.
Yeah, well, I've actually never been on a dating site, so I don't know. I just always heard the funny thing is, you know, is like you show up, you're like, whoa. I don't.
It says female here.
Or you lie about your profession, right? Like, oh, what do you do? I'm a lawyer. Oh, what kind of lawyer are you? The kind that wins.
Yeah. Well, Yeah. What's the qualifications? Well, I watched a lot of telly on it, you know.
I see Law and Order like 1,000 times.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know what more I need to do.
LA Law. Oh, that was a good one.
Oh man, I've never been into cop shows or like things that have too much like violence in them. I'm more
No,
into comedies.
yeah.
Well,
That's
I can't say violence, realistic violence.
mm,
Like I'll watch Game of Thrones.
right.
That's violence, but I'm pretty sure there's no dragons. You know,
No, no.
pretty
I,
sure I've never not seen one,
no.
but I'm pretty sure they're not real.
Um, hmm, uh, don't know. Uh, maybe. Yeah. What we're gonna do? What we're gonna do? We need to do
But
something.
now we have one. Now we have one person watching us.
Now.
So
Oh, right.
whoever that one person is, we thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, we do. I thank you.
I kind of feel like it's my mom.
Yeah. So the two people wasn't you and me. Now it's one. So
Yeah. So there was my
thank
mom and
you.
somebody else. My mom's a pretty loyal follower of me, so I appreciate her. She's very supportive.
Bless her.
So she'll definitely go down as so when we're really famous, she'll go down as one of the top 5 fans, you know?
Yeah. So yeah, I was there on that day, on the 24th of April. I was one of the many that saw that early
Hey,
recording.
that's how it goes sometimes. I mean, let's imagine there was this, you know, that rapper Pitbull, right?
Mm.
He had this backstory. He's like from Florida or something, but he had to start playing somewhere. So there's probably fans that have been seeing him from the day he was in clubs playing.
It begins at the beginning.
Yeah. That's what we need, man. Well, you're the magic man with the pen. You need to write some content for us.
I do. It's gonna happen, people.
Are we gonna do a Star Wars theme in a galaxy far, far away?
Yeah. Yeah. Um, the George Lucas of everything. That's what I want to do. He's Lucas it again.
You know, I was just thinking. I was just thinking to myself, we're doing Facebook Live. Do I even know how to stop?
Never stop, James. Never stop. You keep
Just leave it on 24/7,
Yeah.
365. We'll go for the world, the Guinness World Record, the longest live stream on Facebook.
Yeah. I'm sure we've broken several laws by now. I don't know.
No, we haven't said anything even partially even partially offensive. Yeah.
We'll get there. Don't worry.
Well, that's the problem. Is like to be successful, you have to be controversial.
Okay. We can't force this. We must be naturally.
Yeah, I'm just not a controversial guy though.
I'll teach you.
Yeah. Let's see. If I had to pick up my 3 favorite things: working out, eating, and doing masterminds, right?
Yeah. What a contradiction. Working out and eating. But
You can eat healthy.
oh yeah, I forgot about that. See, that's another thing I keep doing. I get excited when I feel hungry, knowing that I can go like that and get food. And some people can't, and I really hate that. And so it's great you created with the helping people, do their shopping and stuff, and the nourishment group you've got for him and her, and it's great to have that the thing. Us, disciples. We need more to do good.
Yeah, that's the other thing too. We can use this platform to build stuff too.
Yeah, keep it going. Don't do it for a while. We've got to keep going. Natural.
Well, I mean, it takes like 5 minutes to do. That's the thing people get so caught up on is like, how can you do it every day? It's like 5 minutes. You go to the bathroom every day, don't you? You can literally do it on the toilet. You just post something.
Yeah. It'll be a thing of you just find yourself doing it every day, and then you look back and go, "Oh, look, I've been doing it all these days."
Well, for people that can't do it every day, I tell them eat more fiber.
Yeah.
Because you go to the bathroom more, and you have to be on your phone more. Because what do you do on your phone when you're going to the bathroom? You're on your phone.
It's the trouble is, it's the healthy stuff is the more expensive. The cheaper bad stuff, you know,
Yeah.
and that's something that's got to be
Takes
wiped
more
out.
effort, huh?
Yeah. So they do change the cost of things, you know, where a McDonald's will cost $1,000, right?
Yeah.
And all the healthy stuff will be like pennies. There you go. That's all we need to do.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
No, no, okay.
I think the best way to fix any problem is just to educate people on the truth. Because once people are aware that they should properly eat or they should do this, and if they don't, well, they're just being ignorant because now they know, but they're refusing to make a change, you know?
Yeah.
But that's their choice. That's their free will.
I think that's the case, though. When you say to someone they should do so, they're going to naturally rebel against it.
That's how I am, for sure.
Yeah, so I am as well. I'll show them. You know,
Yeah.
So careful steps on this one. We don't want to put people off by using wrong words like that, I think.
Yeah, well, that's why I like to tell people, you know, free will, free thinking. Like, I don't want to tell you how to live, but I mean, I'd like to give you some advice on things that I've done in my life that
Guidance.
That didn't work out the best, you know? Like, I know that not feeling that great lately in my body, the best way to adjust it is to start eating healthier, you know, cut back on the alcohol, and definitely cut back on the caffeine for me because I have high blood pressure.
Yeah. Well, they're messages. Your body's talking to you saying, James, can you pay attention to this, please?
Yeah, I'm still here, buddy, right?
Yeah. Yeah. You know, I'm being patient with you. Yeah.
Which is kind of a blessing. I look at everything as a blessing because if I'm feeling it, that means other people are feeling it.
Yeah. But it's great. We know this. Imagine ignorance is not bliss at all. Ignorance is a real, what's a bad thing?
What I look at it is once you address your own problems, you can now help other people. And that's where you make money, right? That's what it is. That's what Dr. Phil's all about. Whatever he does, I don't even know what he does.
No, I have no idea.
I know women love him.
Well, he's got that warm, I can be your daddy.
Yeah.
Go in.
A lot of girls probably have daddy issues.
Yeah.
A lot of women. Yeah. I'm more like Dr. Oz, though.
Sorry, that's a new one on me.
He's an actual doctor.
All right.
But he's had a lot of controversy because I guess he sells products, you know? You ever notice that every product is backed by a doctor?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like this. There's only one product that I know of right now that I am extremely happy with, and that is my shampoo.
Right.
I've been taking Bosley shampoo.
Okay.
My hair is getting thicker.
All right. Well, one thing that won't help your hair growth is wearing a hat or a cap.
I only wear a hat because it looks fancy.
Okay.
So either one of two things is happening. Either my hair is actually growing back thicker, or my wife just loves me so much that she's willing to lie to me. In which case, I don't care either way, because I believe my hair is growing back thicker, in which case I'm happy. Yeah, I don't care. Lie to me all day about it, right?
Well, you could just shave it all off.
Oh, no, not yet. I mean, I got like a, no. I don't have the good head for bald.
Okay.
So you see some guys with bald heads and it's like
look good. They look good.
Well, some guys look good. Some guys look like English bulldogs.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I've got tons of it. Sorry, James. I just got tons.
That's cool, man. Keep it, brother. Hey, we all got gifts, you know.
Yeah. I don't want this to be my gift. Oh yes. Got a lot of hair.
That's funny, man. That's funny. Oh man. So I'll be leaving to Venice Beach here in about 10 minutes. Okay. I do my daily Bible reading.
That's great. That is good.
Do you have any suggestions?
No, I suppose I will have. As soon as we're finished with this, I'll have tons.
You know what it is so I was going alphabetical order, and I really liked that a lot because it took me to a particular Bible verse, and I felt like it was impactful. And then I started reading from the back of the book where it says, today is April 19th. Read these Bible verses. But it just didn't resonate as much, because it was too much to read. And I feel like if you read too much from the Bible and you're not aware of it, then you kind of get lost. But if you read like one verse at a time and then you look at the bottom and you kind of like, it narrates it for you, I feel you can resonate with one verse better than a whole chapter, if that makes sense. For me, anyway, it does.
Yeah. It's small, bite-sized bits, and everything has to be done small, until you've got natural momentum for things. Yeah.
Well, every verse is important, every verse is powerful. So it's like you should give it attention like a child, not just, this is just one book. No, there's so much more to it.
Yeah.
But then I'll be in Venice Beach. And you've been close to Venice Beach, right? Because you've been near Hollywood side.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how far that is from Venice, but it can't be more than 30, 40 miles.
Right.
It's in LA.
Right. Oh, right. Okay. Yeah.
I don't think I've ever been to Hollywood. Well, maybe as a kid. Maybe I've been to Hollywood. I don't really remember much about it.
Yeah. To me, it's just wonderful to know that Motley Crue had been there.
Yeah, I tell you where you'd like to visit in California is really nice, is San Francisco.
Yeah. All right. Tadaka. Yeah.
Are they from San Francisco?
I don't think they're from there, but they moved there and they've been based there for quite a while.
Oh. I used to go there a couple times. It's a really nice scenery with the food. Right? I like food, so.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it? Yeah.
I know. We need to set a plan, brother. This is what we need to do. Since this is our first episode, and whatever happens with this, we need to figure out how, because this will be big. I think if we develop the anticipation of when everybody's favorite Englishman and the guy who loves you, meet in person for the first time.
Oh, I'm gonna get emotional, James. I'm gonna get so.
We're gonna cry like girls, huh?
Yeah. Are we gonna do like the cuddle thing, the hug thing? Or are we just gonna pleased to meet?
What? That's funny you bring that up because I'm very awkward when it comes to greetings. Like, do I shake their hand? Do I do this thing when you do this?
Yeah. Just shake the head. Hello.
I call it the white guy syndrome. I'm very uncomfortable when it comes to Well, I'm not really big on touching people anyway. So if we did give each other a hug, it'd be like a song and dance. I wouldn't know where to put my hands at. I'm like,
I tend to squeeze, James. I tend
to grab people's butts, so don't get offended.
Oh no, what? Yeah. Oh dear.
Oh man, no, I'm just joking. But yeah, I've never really been much of an affectionate person when it comes to touching.
We can change that.
Yeah.
What we do is we'll have to meet in a public place and just text each other from the different tables, and then gradually move over. Like
Sleepless in Seattle.
Yeah.
Or when Harry met Sally, they meet up at the Eiffel Tower or the Empire State Building for the first time.
Right. Okay. Yeah, we could do that. Yeah.
But we should set. We need a standard though. We need a standard. We can't just go meeting each other, because then there's no anticipation.
Okay.
We need to set a follower base. Once we reach a certain number of YouTube followers.
Yeah.
Or Instagram followers, or once a certain amount of people want to see us meet, then we should meet. That way, it's more like
we could film it live.
Well, it's like it's like a volcano, The volcano's been sitting there for tens of thousands of years, dormant. Then all of a sudden, boom! It blows up.
Yeah. But no, it could be broadcast live. James and Tony meet for the first time, and they'll everyone get the pizzas together, popcorn.
I think Oprah should interview us.
She definitely should, together and separately as well.
That would be.
Oh.
Should I call my agent now? Hey man, we both believe in law of attraction, right?
Yeah, you get. Mm,
So we're putting it out there.
well, yeah. Well, yeah.
So Oprah,
Oh, yeah.
if you're available,
Oh,
we're
yeah.
looking forward to meeting you. 2022 March.
Yeah.
Well, what is this? 2021? No, more time than that. 2024 March. Well, what do you think is an appropriate time frame?
3 years.
That's kind of a long ways away, huh?
Less than 3 years. A year would do.
A year would do. Yeah, let's say 1 year from today. So March 24th, we are, or April 24th.
Yeah.
I keep saying March.
Yeah.
So April 24th, 2022. Oprah, if your calendar is free,
Yeah.
contact my agent. We'll get back to you.
Careful what you wish for.
Hey, I mean, if they want to, hey, listen. Everybody I know watched the dang English people being broadcast or followed, right? Why wouldn't they want to see us?
Well, there's my reasons.
Well, I know this much. There won't be no racism talk on our broadcast. Okay.
No.
I'm not sure about Prince Harry and his family, but everybody's favorite Englishman and the guy who loves you.
Yeah.
We're gonna keep it inclusive. So what's our goal? We want to be as inclusive as possible.
Inclusive. Yeah.
Cool.
No, only human beings are allowed.
I don't know, dude. If I met a Martian, I would at least give him a couple opportunities.
Oh, Martians. Obviously, Martians goes without saying.
But those sad. What do you call someone from Saturn?
Yeah. And penguins.
Oh man. Well, brother, I think our enthusiasm is dying off.
Speak for yourself. But okay, yeah.
My man.
I want some food.
Yeah, I know. I gotta go to Venice Beach. I still gotta do dishes. I got some cleaning to do.
All right. I've got some.
Let me go ahead and finish this. Well, let's just finish up live first. Well, Facebook Live, it's been real. From everybody's favorite Englishman and the guy who loves you. Remember who loves you.
And just remember, you can do it. Whoever you are, you can do it. Just keep going. So, great. Well,
brother, that was easy, right?
Yeah.
Hope we didn't offend that one person.
Yeah. Who was that one person?
It was my mom.
Was it?
Yeah, she don't sleep very well, so she wakes up really early. Well, she's old, so she wakes up really early, and she's like on Facebook. And well, I'm her son, so she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna follow my son." That's why I'm trying not to curse. She don't like when I curse.
Right. You could warn me.
Oh, yeah, I know. I should have. I was thinking about that too, but I'm not sure what the right answer is. Like, I don't want to curse because I don't want to offend my mom, but at the same time, I want it to be authentic, you know?
Exactly.
I guess she doesn't have to watch, but she will watch every episode. I guarantee it.
Oh, that's lovely.
Well, I'm her Jimmy.
Yeah, you all are Jimmys.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. That's funny. I'm gonna be on public one day. People be like, "Hey, there's Jimmy."
Yeah, that's nice, Jimmy. Yeah, I like it. I'm called Jimmy from now on.
Don't bother me.
Goodbye, James.
Who are you talking to? Yeah, it don't matter.
Just hello, Jim. Oh, excellent.
But anyway, brother Tony, I gotta get going, my man.
All right, Jimmy boy.
Let me go ahead and stop recording.